One day, a hero killed her sister. An old man in wheelchair asked her if she wanted revenge, and she said yes. But the old man told her that how will she find the hero that killed her sister among thousands of heroes? So she said that she'll kill them all. Many years later, some terrorist hijacks a building. That's when a hero named Jade appears whose power is lightning. He instantly teleports in the building and kills all the hostages, then finishes the terrorists. On the other side, our hero killer is told by the old man that if she finishes Jade, her training would be completed, so she heads to Jade in the coolest way possible. Jade was in the bar with two girls. Meanwhile, our hero killer was outside beating his guards. Then later, when she reached Jade, their fight began. They had a very huge fight, but in the end, our girl half erased Jade and copied his quirk. Turns out her quirk is to copy others, which is kinda cool, but there's a limit to it. Later, our hero killer became a cute maid. Meanwhile, Jade's successor licked his blood and found her location, so he headed straight to the cafe, aimed at the old man of the cafe, but she quickly caught him by his neck. He gave her a paper with the name of the place they were going to meet, and he told her that it'd be just the two of them fighting each other. Our cute maid was dumb, and she went alone. When she reached the place, Chaos was already sniping at her, but she dodges, takes out a ball, and uses Jade's quirk to throw them. She destroyed the wall and used that opportunity to reach him using Jade's quirk. When she started fighting Chaos, then another man appears called Viper, and his quirk was to pass through objects but not the living things, so our cute maid easily threw him around. But Chaos joined the battle too. She was reaching the limit for quirk, and she was stabbed too, so she ran away. But the heroes followed her and caught her. The hero named Viper was really strong, and our maid couldn't really overwhelm him. Viper caught our maid and stroked her till she went unconscious. Then the villain group called Nameless appears, and they half-deleted Viper and brought our maid with them. She woke up, a doctor was present. Our maid quickly grabbed a knife and threatened that doctor. The doctor tells her that he's from Nameless. They are villains who survived the great war between heroes and villains. That's when another girl appeared, and she said that Boss is calling them. So they all were on the way to Boss. The girl seemed to take a liking to our maid when they reached the boss room, whose name was Engen. The girl with yellow hairs was Sinclair, meanwhile the man who was brooding was called John. The boss tells our maid that the old man she trained under has asked him to take care of you and train you. But she denies and starts a fight, so John attacks her, but was blocked by Engen, who told him that he was talking to her. John backs down, and our girl asks Engen why'd he save her, so he tells her that they want to annihilate the 17th division of Hero Clan that executed her sister. She joins them, but asks how are 4 of them going to do it. But Engen tells her that including her, it's 5 of them. Meanwhile, in the hospital, Chaos is getting scolded by the branch manager because Viper is gone now because of him. The manager asks Chaos who did it, and he tells him that it was Engen the Smiling Man. Upon hearing this name, the manager fell into a state of terror, threw his cigarette, and in rush, he headed to call all hero divisions to alert them about the comeback of Smiling Man. Then the scene shifts to some desert area where a fine hero Huz named Victoria is waiting for some villains to arrive so she can finish them and head for her PR shoot. The villains finally pulled up. Victoria called her sword and slashed the entire lane and eliminated them. On the other side, our maid leaves Engen's base and is training. She can now maintain Jade's quirk up to 7 minutes. While training, she goes into a state of overthinking and thinks that there are many heroes and villains out there like Engen, and if she'll ever become as strong as them. Then she heads to the cafe and becomes our cute maid once again. She tells the old man of cafe that she's leaving this job, because the heroes know this place now. The old man was quite sad but said all right, then he asked if this man standing is her friend or not. Our maid saw Chaos and instantly ran towards him, flickering the old man away. Then she pulled out a knife, and there her overthinking finished, and she calmly went out with Chaos because she's a calm person, and not because he was unarmed. They went out, had drinks, then our maid asks him why he called her. Chaos asks her to be his sidekick, and of course she rejects and heads back. Chaos went to pay a visit to our late Viper. There he spoke with the nurse and told her how our maid rejected him, but he mentions that she promised to do a favor for him, which is a secret. Then Chaos goes into overthinking and thinks how our maid became strong in a day and what kind of monster she'd become in the future. Now the scene shifts to our maid, where she received a text from Nameless Gang that they're ready to annihilate Hero Clan 17th Division. So, our hero killer again jumps from building in a coolest way, and then she defeats 2 guards standing nearby. She heads inside and spots our target, the retired hero Grayman. Some time ago at the base, our hero killer Aihua asks the Nameless group the plan. Sinclair says, we go boom, and then Kaye boom. The doctor says, we should just sweep all at one go, and John says we kill them all. Disappointedly, Aihua calls them idiots, then asks Engen what he'll do, so he explains the plan. Aihua tells Engen that she'll go alone in this mission so she can prove them her loyalty. But in return, she asks for borrowing Engen's gift. In this world, the gift system works on Est. It's like the stamina to use gift. So one has to be careful about EST in a fight. Scene shifts to present. Our hero killer spots Grayman, and he throws axe towards her, but she caught it, then returned it politely. They both landed punches on each other, and Grayman thought he's stronger than her. But little does he know our maid is waiting for him to use his quirk so she can steal it. When he uses his quirk, our hero killer eliminates him and throws him outside. As she was escaping, our fine hero huz came back from her PR shoot, and she caught Ihwa and humbled her badly. Victoria is one of the 9 most powerful gift holders. Ihwa couldn't win against her and runs away. She wakes up in Nameless base and upon waking asks for food. Then Engen tells the plan to annihilate Hero Clan's 17th Division, and he says that heroes are going to gather at the 17th Division, so we'll blow that place up. And for that he's ordered bombs. Then scene shifts to the poor delivery guy. He knocked the door for delivering the parcel, but he's greeted by most heinous villains. He says, "I'm screwed," drops the parcel. He says, "Run," and Engen says, "Catch him." And all Nameless group chase the poor guy. Delivery guy jumps the building instantly, so Ihwa throws balls again with Jade's quirk and he fell down into the warehouse where John was waiting for him. John tried to hit him, but he instantly teleports to the roof. The delivery guy tries to bluff that you guys can never catch me with my speed, but our genius maid tells him to shut up because if he was fast enough he would have run away already. And she also explained that his quirk is to go invisible when he throws the coin. The delivery guy was shocked to see how she did it in a short moment. But delivery guy had a trick up his sleeve and he ran away using it. But our Sinclair was already there. She caught him with her gift and trapped him into her domain expansion. She tells him that to go out, he either has to cooperate, so she'll let him out, or he has to eliminate her. R.I.P. Delivery Guy. The Nameless gang caught him and used him to reach the hero named Chain, who makes bombs and is owner of this delivery company. The delivery guy gives some hint, and the men there started attacking, but they easily put them to do no disturb mode, and then Chain pulled up. Engen tells him to give us his bombs so they can annihilate Hero Clan. At first he hesitated because he spent years making them, but eventually gives it to Engen because they're friends who fought in a war. Although Chain was afraid that heroes will catch him and put him into jail. Nevertheless, scene again shifts to the delivery guy, and he's delivering some fireworks to the Hero Clan's 17th Division. Meanwhile, in the 17th Division, only 3 heroes gathered, which were the new recruit. The branch manager tells them that they could be attacked any time, so they should be prepared. The nurse pulls up then and tells the manager that Chaos can't join in this battle because he's injured. So Sharpshooter tells her, how's he alive if Viper died? And calls Chaos lame hero. So the nurse replies that he's more of a hero than you'd ever be. And it triggered her, so she attacked the nurse, but the building explodes at that moment. Then the scene shifts to our hero huz who just finished her piano performance and is now talking to her right hand. She tells her that I hope nothing happens during her leave, so her assistant points at the 17th Division and says you're late. Then our iconic Nameless gang pulls up with their entry. Engen uses his gift to weaken the building. Then Sharpshooter attacks them, but Ihwa blocks it. Then Engen tells John to bring those heroes down. So he runs straight toward building. But the heroes brought him down instead with a massive punch, but he instantly recovered from it and got up. But another hero named Claymore attacks from behind, but Sinclair blocks it and Ihwa attacks him. Claymore grabs Ihwa and throws her away. Then Sharpshooter uses her arrows to attack her. But Sinclair again saves the day. In that tense situation, Sinclair asks our maid, who do you want to take? So she says she'll go with Claymore. Ihwa uses Delivery Guy's quirk and throws the coin, teleports behind Claymore and throws him into the building, completing her revenge. On the other hand, Engen confronts Branch Manager. Branch Manager was full enraged recalling Viper and Grayman, so he tells Engen to come up. Engen releases his quirk, puts on a smile and creates stairway up to the building, and walks nonchalantly into the building. Claymore gets up, and our maid is in a clash with him. Claymore's gift us to corrode metal so our normal swords doesn't work against him. That's why our maid uses Victoria's gift and makes a sword of pure light. Now let's take a moment of our story and see how Ihwa's quirk works. You see it's divided in 2 types, temporary power and permanent power. If she kills any gift user, then she can use their gift unlimited as long as she has EST, and it's permanent power. On the other hand, she can use gifts of some users for a limited time if she hasn't killed them, and if her time runs out, then she can never use that gift again. That's how she's able to use Victoria's and Delivery Guy's gift. On the other hand, Engen confronts Branch Manager, whose hero name is Heavy Smoker. Engen attacks him, but he turns to Smoke and tells Engen that his gift is superior to his, but Engen replies that with no sunlight, mine is unbeatable. Scene shifts to John, who's exchanging punches with this hero whose name hasn't been revealed yet, so basically he's one of the Nameless too. Then scene again moves to Sinclair, who's having a tough time with Sharpshooter. Sinclair's a close-range fighter, while Sharpshooter specializes in long-range arrows, so Sinclair was at a disadvantage. Sharpshooter's gift is that her sixth arrow will definitely hit the target, and that's how she totally destroyed Sinclair. Sinclair fell on the ground and got flashbacks of past where she's cutting flowers in the garden, and then her uncle came, so they all headed for dinner. Sinclair's original name was Rachel, and she asked her mother that what was the flower she cut today, but her mother couldn't tell what she was talking about, so Rachel made the same flower from her cheeks. After finding that she has a gift, her uncle was terrified because in this place, folks with gifts are eliminated and no respect to their age. Her uncle told them to meet outside the city so they can run away, but when Rachel and her mother reached the place, her uncle was already uninstalled from the world. The guards that eliminated Sinclair's uncle were nearby and caught them as well. Sinclair's mom asked them what they're planning to do with them, so they said they'd punish them. Sinclair's mom told them that Sinclair is daughter of the king, but they said the king has over 100 unofficial kids and there's no proof that Sinclair is his kid. The punishment who break the law is that they're dragged around till they die. Sinclair was being dragged and thinking, who's her father? That's when our smiling guy pulls up and saves her. He takes Sinclair with him, and Sinclair oaths to come back and eliminate this so-called king. Now back to the present where Sharpshooter is dealing final blow to Sinclair. Sinclair smiles and calls John. John understands the assignment and throws the Nameless hero towards Sinclair, and she heads to her domain expansion and becomes a baddie. The Nameless hero was shocked to see that her wounds were healed and she had become stronger, but nevertheless he challenges Sinclair that who'll last longer. So Sinclair says it's already over and a flower blooms from his arms, and boom. He tries to run away, but Sinclair caught her and puts him to eternal sleep. Sinclair might have been good ally to Madara in Ninja War. Anyways, that's one hero down. Scene shifts back to Ichwa fighting Claymore, and she overpowered him easily but didn't kill him when he asked why. She replied that she made a deal with Chaos, that's why. Flashing back again when Chaos called Ihuai for a drink, he gave her a card that holds heroes info, but in return, he asked her that when they attacked the 17th Division, they'd face 3 heroes, namely Stonefist, aka Nameless Hero, Sharpshooter, and Claymore. So he told her to spare Claymore, and he doesn't care about other 2, so our maid agrees to the deal. That's 2 heroes down. Let's move to Engen once again. Engen is overwhelming heavy Smoker and cut one of his arms. Smoker was on his final breath, so he decided to give his last resort and used his powerful technique and flew to sky inside a whale. Engen followed him with his gift and used his gift to tear the whale. Then he dealt final blow to Smoker, and he fell down. Sharpshooter tried to catch him, but John didn't let her. Sharpshooter then saw Sinclair and cursed Stonefist for getting pummeled by a kid on the brink of extinction. Then she thinks about Claymore, but our maid was walking towards her elegantly. Sharpshooter knows she's cooked, so she decides to run away. She jumps inside the building, but our doctor named Vector injected some chemical and caught her. That's all of heroes down. But then scene moves to Chaos, who's wearing his suit to confront our Nameless gang. The nurse tells him that there's no justice in this hero clan, whom you're throwing away your life for. But Chaos replies that I'm aware of it long ago, but I fight because I'm a hero. Chaos pulls up on the battlefield and started fighting Engen. The gift of Chaos is to see past, then use it to predict someone's future. While they are exchanging blows, our maid approaches Sinclair, who's in a messed up state. Aihua gives her some chocolate proteins, and then they enjoy the fight along with the doctor and Sleepy Sharpshooter. John attacks Chaos in the middle of the fight, but Chaos chopped him up. R.I.P. John. Engen made a fake sun with his gift to block sunlight because he's stronger in dark, and that's how he defeated Chaos. As he was about to deal final blow, Chaos decides to activate self-destruct mechanism, but the nurse denies the access because she wants him to live. But of course Engen doesn't care about their love story, and he proceeds to eliminate him. But our hero Huz and her assistant pulled up and saved Chaos. Our hero Huz seemed to have already fought Engen at night and have defeated him before. This time again, she totally cooked him. After all, she's one of the 9 strongest heroes. The Nameless gang thought they should do something, so Ihwa says I'll grab their attention. You guys take Engen with Doctor's warp gift and run, but the assistant of Hero Huz intertwined, so Ihwa had no choice but to eliminate her now. First, that's when our old man appears, and Hero Huz's assistant backs down because he's a legend. He tells Ihwa to keep your priorities straight. Take Engen and run away. The old man approached Hero Huz and threw some sword attacks while Ihwa grabbed Engen and ran away. The Nameless gang mission successful. The old guy stayed behind and fought Victoria till his last breath and saved Ihwa and others. We'll make sure to remember the heroic villain named as Wheelchair Guy.